And we're back. Right, Corey Marshall is going fastest with a 108.7. So currently the fastest lap from the Alfa Romeo driver. Mansell is 5th fastest with a 109.6. Much goes 2nd with a 109.3. There you go, Legends with the 6th place lap there with a 109.6. Who's next on that lap? Come on. Adamar as he goes through. 10, 11, I think it is. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Any luck? Okay, but so Adamar goes 9th fastest with a 109.6, so it's a good lap there from the Mercedes. I would say definitely no shows will go out and go for another lap. I think that 11 will be quick enough to make it out into Q2. We'll go on board with Midseat on a lap for the Red Bull team. Just get Spooky back in pie. Give us 1 second, lads. There we go. So currently the fastest first sector there from Midseat as he's on his lap. Stay on board with him. See how he keeps going. A nice middle sector there from the Red Bull driver. Marshall ends his qualifying there. We're currently going the fastest of the session in Q1. And now through. Is it not working? Ah, no, that's fine then, but unlucky. Unfortunately, these happen. We tried it. But. Alright, so unfortunately it's not working, so I've been left on my own. Well, it's nothing I could handle. I can't handle it anyway. I'm used to doing things on my own, so let's get straight into it. Midseat was 2nd quickest, but now 3rd quickest with a 108.8 there, with RSF and Lando now going 2nd quickest with a 108.7, and is closer to Corey Marshall at the moment. Seeing laps popping in. Hardy goes 7th fastest with a 109.5. And you see a CSR Maitland going 6th now with a 109.5. And it's very close there in the mid pack there. From 6th down to 9th, all within a 10th of a second, or 100ths of a second of each other there. So to set laps are Sink Easton and Aldaf. Sink Easton's actually out on his outlap at the moment, so it will be Aldaf who go on board as he goes through that middle sector in the Williams car. Just coming around the final 2 corners. Now puts the power flat out through this banking corner. I love the look at it. Look at this corner. Opens the DRS, crosses the line, and it's a 109.0. Puts him into P4. Now on board with no shoals as he's about to go through the first sector line and goes in the 7/10ths up of his lap at this moment of time. Goes through the middle sector, swerving that Ferrari from the left side to the right side and turning back into the left. Now 1.2 up on his time, so this is looking good for the Ferrari driver. The cut-offs looks like to be around about the 109.6s are the cut-offs. Potentially. As here it comes, no shoals, cross, opens the DRS, crosses the line, it is a 1:10, 1:10.1 at the moment. As we see Tom Messina comes across the line, not going to be quicker than his lap as he goes again. Now on board with St. Eastern as he sets the personal best there in the middle sector as he goes round. Starts his final goes round his final sector. This was the penultimate corner around and out into the banking. He goes. Crosses the line and it is 4 fastest for the 108.9. At the moment in the dropouts it is Unity Harsh, Tommy Brazina and No Shoals. All in the dropout stages here in qualifying. We've still got 4:10 to go. See Brazina on a lap. Ooh, looks like struggled at that right left hairpin chicane. She goes round the final corner now and heads to the pits, potentially to get some fresh rubber. No Shoals starts another lap, cools his tyres down and recharges the ERS now, goes for it into turn 1. He's taken carefully now into turn 2 and turn 3, now in towards the banking left hand or turn 4. Nice and tidy into the left kink of turn 5. Now in towards this nice sweeping right hand or turn 6. Get ready to spot the braking zone there for turn 7. He is half a tenth up into turn 8 now. Gotta be careful as he goes into turn 9. This left-hander is now, you gotta be careful with the front left, do tend to overheat in these dry conditions. Now in towards turn 10 and 11. Rides the curves nicely there. Now in towards the final 2 corners. And gets a double lap invalidation. Pops back into the pit. Vettel RSF1 put in the chat. Totally didn't predict it that 2-4. Okay. Izzy is still going around, of course, going second quickest with a 108.7 there. It's just about 3 100s or 3 milliseconds there, slower than Corey Marshall, so they are looking up to pace. On board with Unity Harsh, he is about 5 tenths up on his lap so far as he goes through this middle sector. See the Alfa Romeo of RSF1, RF1S Michael getting out of the way. Now, Unity Harsh 5 tenths up in the middle sector. This could be into the low 10s for the Red Bull driver. Slightly wide on the exit there, but managed to keep it in the limits. Now opens the DRS, crosses the line. It is a 10.1, pushes him up into P17. Now, let's go on board with Tommy Brazina with 1:07 to go here in Q1. 2 tenths up now, the Renault driver. Go through this middle sector now. We've got yellow flags popping up there. That is Adam Mars spinning out again to his teammate. And both Mercedes are out. Both Mercedes, Mansell and Adamar are out of qualifying after collision into each other there. It looks like Adamar was joining into the track after his spin and his teammate did not. That is a blind spot as we see Tom Regina goes into a 106.6 there. A 109.6 I mean. Puts him into 16th fastest, but it's not close enough to get him out of the elimination zone as we're into the final 10 seconds now. And it is still out of Dominic Brazina, No Shoals and Unity Harsh to get out of qualifying. It looks like Unity Harsh is done. So he'll start in P18. He's right on board with no shoals on his lap. And Tom is only just up on his lap at the moment. We will only have 13 cars in Q2. And Tom is only just up in his time again in that middle sector, and No Shoals is a 10th up in his time. And now lost it in that middle sector, so can Tomic Brezina make it out into Q2? It's going to be close, and he does! Puts him up into P13. Now, RF1S Michael on his lap is actually not on his lap. He'll be out in Q1. So will be No Shoals. So out of Q1. Unity Hush in P18. No Shoals in P17. RF1S Michael in P16. Adam R in P15. And RSF1 Mansell in P14, so we only have 13 drivers in Q2. Wow, that was a big crash on the Mercedes drivers. That will definitely put Toto's wrist through the table. We saw that. Yeah, Skip Cuddy left the session. I don't know why. He was 6th fastest. He probably just disconnected, but oh my lord. So that's your elimination there. Unity Harsh, No Shoals, Michael, Adamar and Mansell out in Q1, and the three quickest are Corey Marshall, Mitzi and RSF and Lando in Q1 there. It's definitely Dr. Chocolate Bean there. Those crashes there between the two Mercedes drivers, oh my god. In RSF and Lando getting ready to go out of track. We've got a racing an Alfa Romeo of Corey Marshall in the medium tyres. So Lando is out on track first on the pair of soft tyres, followed by Corey Marshall. Corey Marshall backing off from the Williams driver as they're about to get ready. So we now see Mitzi on his outlap and O'Hardy on another pair. Each one's on softs and mediums. But it will be RSF Orlando is going to be the first driver on the soft tyres to set a lap. He won't be pushing on those softs, we know that for sure. Not using his ERS. So we go on board with Corey Marshall as he's on his lap and pushing it on those medium tyres here at Zandvoort Dutch Grand Prix. Taking turn 1, 2, 3 and 4 perfectly there. Now in towards 5 and 6. Now in towards the sweeping right hander 7. In towards 9. 8, I mean into 9. Now the left-hander turn 10. Opens the DRS as he heads towards turn 11 and 12. Nicely done there on the Alpha Bear driver in towards the final 2 corners, 13 and 14. Opens the DRS and crosses the line. It's going to be a 1:09.3 on the pair of mediums from Corey Marshall. That is a time to beat. Oh, and there goes Mr. Pitcher Munch. Goes for a spin there in sector 2. Comes across the line, mid-C, and blitz it across the line. It is a 1:09.0 from the Red Bull driver. Now we're going to get more laps coming in. Oh, Hardy with a 1:10.0 on a pair of mediums. Yellow flags are popping up again in sector 2, sector 1. What's that for? But we're about to get more laps coming in. We've got the AlphaTauri that was Mr. Business going for a spin, so he's going to go for another lap. So let's go on board with RSF1 Lando on another lap. Oh, he's going to come in. He's coming in. So on board with the racing point of Kid Cudi. Looks like he's going to go for another lap. ERS onto hot lap. Seeing an Alfa Romeo. So so Joe Pilkey in the Haas comes across the line. It's a 1:09.2, puts him into P2 there. Nat Dog crosses the line, it's a 1:09.3, puts him into P4, just slower than Corey Marshall's medium lap. On board with... Oh, Joey Brazina! Going off track there. Careful rejoining. Got an AlphaTauri there on an outlap. Oh, on a lap. Yeah, that was an outlap of Eastern. Boy! That was some sideways action there of John Cruzina at Renault. On board with Aldaf on a lap on his softs, going for a lap here. See the Ferrari of Nat Dog getting out of the way. So here comes Aldaf going round the final sector now. Personal best in the first sector, personal best in the middle sector. Where's this Williams driver? He's going to put his Williams car. Opens the DRS, he crosses the line. Second quickest, it's a 1:09.1 there from the Williams driver. See, Sink Easton is now on a lap on his pair of mediums here. It's giving it nice and tidy at the moment. Opens the DRS. Now around the final sector he goes, in towards the penultimate corner. That now turns into the banking last corner as he goes round, opens the DRS. He'll cross the line and he'll go 4 fastest with a 1:09.2. Nice lap there from Sink Easton. See his teammate just coming out ahead of him on another pair of medium with a fresh medium tire, fresh tyres there on the mediums on an outlap. See, go on board with RSF and Lando on a lap. Tight lock up on the front right as he was braking into towards the corner, and then tight lock up in the front left as he was braking for that left hairpin as he goes round the final corner. Here comes RSF Fernando. What's he going to do? It's a 109.2, and it is just slower than Sink Eastern's time on the medium tyres. Mitzi is now on or about to finish his lap. And the next thing is he wasn't happy with a 109.0. He's pushing again. He's going to try and get into the 108s. Crosses the line, and it is a 108. It is a 108.4 from Mitzi in the Red Bull. What a lap there for Mitzi. Right on board with our next driver on our lap, which will be CSR Maitland as he's on the lap in the Haas, and then we got Mr. Pigeonmunch behind. Maitland hasn't set a lap yet as he's out on the soft tyres. Sets the personal best in the middle sector. As he goes round, he's taking it nice and carefully around the final corners. And Maitland will cross the line, and it will be second fastest with a 109.0. Now, what about Mr. Pigeonmunch? After he's had his spin earlier, he's on a lap on the medium tyres. He opens the DRS, crosses the line. He's only got 113 there. So it looks like Pigeonmunch must have made a mistake somewhere else on this lap. Quinn Marshall out on track again for another lap on the medium tyres and goes for fastest with a 109.1. That is on a pair of 3-lap-old medium tyres now. Pigeonmunch gains time in the first sector by 2 seconds, so he's lost a lot of time in that first sector. Gains 3 seconds, just over 3.5 seconds in the middle sector, so that's where he's lost more time. IGN Legends starts his lap again. So here comes Mr. Pigeonmunch as he goes round the final corner, opens the DRS. And it is a 109.3, puts him into P9 at the moment. Now, IGN Legends, nearly 6/10 up on his lap at the moment. Which puts him into the low 1 minute 10s. If he finds more time here, he could potentially get into the 109s. So where it goes, he is 1 second, so he overshot. Breaking into that chicane there. That would definitely cost him time. Got 3 minutes 55 to go here in Q2 at Sandport. Now, Legends crosses the line. It is a 109.8. It puts him into P11. Still not safe to get into Q3 there. Missy retires, so he knows he's safe. Aldaf on a lap on the fresh set of soft tyres to see if he could improve and get close into the 108s. And he sets a good first sector there, so stay on board with the Williams driver, see what he can do. Try to keep some momentum into the middle sector. He's found more time. Nearly half a tenth up. 1.5 tenths up on this lap, shall I say. About to cross the line. He's going to be the 108? Is a 108.8 there from Aldaf, puts him into P2. Now Atomic Brazina is out on the lap. Legends has run out of fuel by the looks of things. So we go on board with Atomic Brazina on a pair of soft tyres. So, it's a personal best there from Atomic Brazina in the middle sector. As he goes round the final corner, releases that Renault engine's power and goes into P10 with a 109.3. Now, O'Hardy is now on a lap as he got a minute and a half left in Q2 and has to find a way to get into Q3. Now O'Hardy, see what he does in the middle sector. He's only just gone up in his time in that middle sector there. As Legends retires into the pits, he knows he can't improve. So that's him done in qualifying. Let's see where O'Hardy would go. Oh, he's double lapped invalidated. He's invalidated, so he's got to go for another lap. And this lap has to be it for O'Hardy. No mistakes whatsoever. So it's Red Bull with Nat Dog on a lap. He's under threat of getting eliminated in Q2. He's only just found some time there, so he looks to be could be close to Pigeon Munch. I say it could be quicker than Pigeon Munch, or it could be just slower. But let's see when Nat Dog's gonna go. It's P8, so that puts Nat Dog. And Nat Dog goes 8th fastest, but then RSF and Lando goes 2nd quickest. The 108.6. Corey Marshall the 3rd quickest with a 108.7. So stay on board with O'Hardy as he's finding time, but is it going to be close enough? As he crosses the line, O'Hardy will go 12th fastest. No! What about Atomic Brazina? Can he make it? Yes, Atomic Brazina makes it into Q3 there with 3 lap old soft tyres. That is definitely a big risk there from the Renault driver to go for. I think Easton goes 2nd quickest with a 108.6 on a pair of softs. And I mentioned Pigeon Munch 5th fastest with a 108.7. So that is qualifying. And out in Q2 it is IGN Legends in P13, O'Hardy in P12 for Racing Point, and Nat Dog in P11 for the Scuderia team. And your quickest 3 drivers here in Q2, Mid-C with a 108.4, Sync Eastern with a 108.6, and RSF Orlando with a 108.6 there as well. Just wait for Nat Dog just to retire. There we go. So yeah, you see, Nat Dog, O'Hardy, and Legends out in Q2. Only 13 drivers taking part in Q2 there after the two Mercedes of Mansell and Adamar had a collision in Q1. But at the moment, Midsley is setting the pace here in Q2. What a lap that is, a 108.4. Viewers at the moment of time, just before we get Q3 underway. Thank you all for tuning in. And I hope you're enjoying this qualifying at the moment before the race. We've got green flags here in Q3. Who's the first driver to go out on track? Is the Red Bull of Midsea. And it looks like you've got Aldaf will be the next car coming out on track. So I think the main thing that Midsea wants to do here is set the pace. With a really good strong lap here in Q3. See the number 46 Red Bull of Midsea just going around this middle sector now. Thank you, Hibbo. To be fair, it's nothing new for me anyway. I used to do a solo commentary for another league, so pretty much nothing new for me. But thank you. So, on board with Midsea. Can he set a 1 lap pace? A really good first lap here, a benchmark lap here in Q3 as he goes through turn 1 now. As he gets ready, goes into turn 2 and 3, in towards turn 4. Oh, and that is Alda spinning at turn 1 as it goes through turn 5, 6. Into 7, now in towards 8. Oh, it's definitely going to cost some time there as he has to lift a little bit more as he was not trying to lose the rear end there. So let's see what this lap's going to be from Midsea as he's just crossed the middle sector line. That's out of getting out of the way of the racing point of Kid Cudi. Now here comes Midsea, crosses the line. It is a 108.4. That's actually quicker than his Q2 lap. As we see, the next car to set a lap will be not CSR, he's on an out lap. It will be Sink Easton. It's the next driver to set up as he goes through the middle, the penultimate corner as he goes around now, the banking last corner. It's very close to the inside, close to the grass, crosses the line, it is a 108.8. What about Mr. Pigeon? It is a 109.5. Kid Cudi goes 80, 4 fastest with a 118, so he had problems on this lap. Alda definitely did have problems with a 143. Corey Marshall was just coming out of the pits with a lot of traffic there. They're trying to get out of the way of the I'm trying to find out who it was. The Williams of Aldaf on his lap, going for another lap. We'll go on board with CSR Maitland on the lap going through the middle sector now. Oh, Maitland's round and he's out! Maitland is out in Q3. He will start in P10. Oh, that's heartbreaking for the Haas driver. So, on board with RSF1 Lando, which will be the next driver to set a lap. Goes round turn 1. Let's see what Lando can do. As you see, Aldaf lets his teammate pass there. Aldaf is staying in third with a 109.2. Personal best from Lando in the first sector. Let's see this middle sector. It's going to be a personal best. It will be a 47.6 middle sector. See Aldaf getting out of the way of Corey Marshall. Corey Marshall is also on the lap. So here come RSF1 Lando around the final corner. TP for Williams. Where is he going to put his car in the first half of qualifying? Second place with a 108.7. Now, here comes Corey Marshall. Crosses the line. So 108.5. He is so far the closest driver to Mitzi. And then Joe Philby goes 5th fastest with a 109.1. Mitzi is out at the moment. About to go around the final corner to start his lap again. See if we could get even more closer in towards the 107's territory. Here we go. On board with the Red Bull, goes through turn 1. It's a nice exit there, now in towards the left hander 2, into the right hand of 3, now into turn 4. Nicely there, in towards 5, now the left hander is 6, in towards the right handers. No right hander 7, in towards 8 now. No problems so far, no extra lift he had to do like he did on his first lap. But he's only just down in the first sector. Now can he find more time in this middle sector? Nicely there. Crosses the line in the middle sector. He is exactly a 10th up on his time. So this could be a 108.3 here, as long as he keeps it all together around his final corners. Around the final corner now, here comes Mitzi, opens the DRS, he'll cross the line, he is a 108.3. What a lap from the Red Bull driver, he is especially going to be happy with that one. See, Kid Cuddy's goes personal best in the middle sector there. In for the Racing Point team. Goes round the final corner. Let's see where Kid Cuddy puts his Racing Point. Into P5. Next to finish off his lap will be Mr. Pigeon changes the board his lap. He'll go for another lap, so staying aboard with Mr. Pigeon Munch. Oh, is he coming in? Oh, no, he's coming in. Looks like to put another fresh set of softs. So, on board with Trump Brazino on his outlap. Currently sitting in P9 with a 109.8. Let's see what he can do. He now starts his lap in towards turn 1. Puts the power on properly. No, nicely there, no signs of problems. It goes through turn 4. Now into 5, 6 and 7. Now into 8. He is 2/10 up on his lap at this moment of time. It's a good start for the Renault driver. And he's now 5/10 up on his lap through that middle sector. Really attacking that curb there in that just as he goes for the final sector. Two minutes 2 to go. John Bradino crosses the line and goes 7th fastest with a 1:09.2. Mr. Pigeonmunch just comes out on track to start his outlap. Kid Cudi is only just up on his lap at the moment in the middle sector as he's gone for another lap. So that's to get his ERS charged and his tyres cool down. So Kid Cudi around the final corner, opens the DRS, crosses the line, and it is a 1:08.8 there. Puts him into P4. Corey Marshall and Mitty again out on another lap. RSF1 goes 3rd fastest with a 1:08.6. 09. We go on board. Who's about to start a lap? It will be Mr. Mitzi. He thinks he could go quicker. So let's see if he can go quicker than a 1:08.3. Another set of fresh sauce. So let's see what this Red Bull driver can do. Really gonna put this Red Bull's Honda engine to the limit. Quite a bit of lock up there in towards turn 4, but otherwise than that, it keeps it nice and tidy. And crosses the first sector line. He is just up on his time. So this is looking good. This could be into the 1:08.2s. Opens the DRS. Now, how much has he gained? He's still up just in that middle sector. If all together, it is going to be a 1:08.2 from the Red Bull driver. Round the final 2 corners he goes. Releases the Honda power. Crosses the line. It's a 1:08.1. Oh my lord. That is secure pole for sure for Mitzi. Corey Marshall will cross the line with a 1:08.3. Pigeonmunch goes into 4th with a 1:08.6. What about Sink Easton? Lando with a 1:08.6 there. Aldaf with a 1:08.6. Sink Easton with a 1:08.4 puts him into 3rd place. And what about, and finally, it is Joe Pilkey to finish off his lap. And that will be P8 for the Haas driver. Oh. So there you have it. At the end of Q3. CSR Maitland, after his unfortunate crash there, will start in P10. Jump for Haas. Jump Brezina and the Renault start in P9 for Renault. P8 is Joe Pilkey for Haas. P7 is Kid Cudi for Racing Point. P6 is Aldaf for Williams. P5 is Pigeonmunch for AlphaTauri. RSF and Lando in 4th for Williams. Sink Easton for 3rd for AlphaTauri. 2nd is Corey Marshall for Alfa Romeo, and in pole position with a astonishing lap there from Mitzi, a 1:08.1 for Red Bull. Oh, what a lap from Mitzi! I'd give praise for that. as it's a cloudy day here in Netherlands. Let's quickly see if we could get a word from Missy there with that lap. See if we can. See if we could get Mitzi in. Hopefully it'll work. See if we could get a word from him. Possibly not. How about? Whew. 10 viewers, 11 viewers at the moment. Viewing, thank you all for tuning in. Some of the drivers, some of them are spectators, and especially some of them will be engineers for tonight's race. Thank you all for tuning in as we're about to get ready for the race. We will have the formation app start in a few minutes or so. But, because it's going to be a lot of coverage for me for tonight as I am on my own. But I'll do my best to give everybody a good stream here. Sorry. So, Easton has readied up. We're about to get ready for the formation lap here in the Dutch Grand Prix at Netherlands here at Zandvoort. Playing a little juggler as I nearly dropped my phone. Hey! Right, here we go. Formation lap is underway. And we will start things off in P number 18. In the Red Bull, it is Unity Hush. Starts in P18 and it looks like it's starting the hard tyres. In P17, we have the Scuderia Ferrari of Norsels on the soft tyres. In P16 is RF1's Michael or Mr. Brando in the Alfa Romeo on the medium tyres. In P14 and in P15, you have got the two black Mercedes of Adamar and RSF1 Mansell. And a pair of hards and mediums, there's different strategies there between the two cars. In P13, it is RGN Legends in the hard tyres for Renault. And in P12, it is the Racing Point, Pink Mercedes for Paul Hardy in P12. Nice. And then Nutdog in the other Scuderia Ferrari in P11 there on the soft tyres. And then you have CSR Maitland in the pain in the ass has in P10. Tom Resina in the other banana car in P9. Joe Bilke in the other pain in the ass has in P8. With Kid Cuddy in the Racing Point Pink Mercedes Racing Point in P7. Outer for the Frank Williams team in P6 with Mr. Pigeonmunch in the AlphaTauri in P5. RSF1 Lando in the other Williams car in P4, and then in P3 is the other AlphaTauri or Sink Eastern. In the Alfa Romeo we have got Mr. Corey Marshall in P2, and then starting in pole position in the Honda Power Red Bull, it is Mitzi 15. I do something different there. Something different for me. Right, so we're waiting for Yonate Hash to line up on the grid. He does. So here we go. About to go racing here at Zandvoort in Netherlands. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 red light, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Looks like Mitch's got a good start there. So that's Corey Marshall. So does Easton at the moment. They're going side by side. As it looks like there was a Williams colliding into the Alfa Romeo, and then the Alfa Romeo into the AlphaTauri of Easton. I don't know what happened there. It looks like it was Lando went into Corey Marshall, and then it was a concertina effect, a massive concertina effect, shall I say. I think it was Lando who went into Corey Marshall, and then Corey Marshall went into Easton, and then it just concertina straight after there. But we have got the safety car coming out on track straight away after that. It is Mitzi leading the pack ahead of Mr. Pigeonmunch in second place. Then it's Alda, Joe Pilkey, RSF1 Lando. See if we can find anybody with front wing damage. There's definitely a big collision there, so there's going to be quite a lot of front wings flying about there. You see everybody getting away. Oh, looks like CSI Maitland. Looks like he's got front wing damage. He's missing the front end plates on the left hand side. There's big damage. Oh, he's missing the end plate on the right hand side, so that's big damage for the Haas car. Oh, Hardy got away cleanly. So has Nat Dog. Good God, he's got front wing damage, missing the front end plates on both sides. Mansell with a huge damage there. See everybody coming into the pits, that's all with front wing damages. So we see Adamar gets away with it. Unity Harsh definitely got away with it. Lucky boy. And Mr. Michael in his first race in Division 1. Definitely gets away with it. So that's a nice job there. And you see Lando as well actually getting away with it. So Easton is into the pits. So it was Easton, Maitland, Legends, No Souls, Mansell, Cuddy, Marshall, and Maitland all went in toward as well. Basically, all those guys there was all part of that first lap collision. As we see Joe Pilkey and Alda both picking up 5-second time penalties for causing a collision to each other. Please be careful under the safety car. See, Lando is almost hitting to the back of Joe Pilkey there. Oh, now, boys, keep it calm. Right, Marshall. Oh. Definitely going to be a tough race now for most of these drivers. Looks like Maitland's going to go long on those hards, so is No Shoals as well on hards. Legends has opted to go on the softs. Maybe he's going to go for the aggressive strategy there now and push Sink Easton as well. Bar that big first lap collision. Well, bar that first big lap. The big first lap collision in turn 1 there. the Legends into the pits. So it looks like it was a mistake to go on those soft tyres as he comes into the pits and puts on a pair of hard tyres. Hard tyres for the for the Renault driver. They're actually that bold, so looks like he started on those tyres and then waited for the slots and then decided to come back in and put some hard back on again. But lap 3 in the safety car conditions is Mitzi leading this race ahead of Mr. Pitchermunch in second, Aldaf in third, Joe Bilkey in P4, Lando in P5, Terry Fresino in P6, O'Hardy in P7, Mr. Natdog in P8 with Adamar in P9, and Unity Harsh rounds up the top 10 in 10th position, of course. Then you got RSF1 Michael in P11 with Maitland, Marshall, Cuddy, Mansell, Scholes, Easton and Legends after having a big first lap collision, all just behind Michael as we're about to get racing underway again. Steve the car is in this lap. Mitzi will set the pace. He'll go when he needs to go. We're about to get going once again. The safety car is in the pits. Pitchermunch is getting hungry for it as we now start to go. Looks like Missy got a really good safety car this side. Caught out Mr. Pitchermunch, but not by much. As we see in the car, we're having battles as we go down to turn 1. We're seeing side by side action here between Nat Dog. O'Hardy is we see more side by side. That's Unity Hush and Mans Animal. That's Michael Will. Squeaky. Maitland has sent spinning again. And another front wing damage for the Hash driver. As we see, Corey Marshall gets ahead of Unity Hush now for B9. As we see Michael trying to send it down the inside of Adamar. To the outside, we see Kid Gunny trying to find a way past. Unity Hush is kind of losing momentum now. These guys are getting close to each other. We've seen Easton on the getting past Mans around the outside. Great job there from the other driver. Did not expect any moves from there. As he's now on the back of Kid Cudi. We've got a driver coming into the pits. That is Mantle. As we see Michael going past the Mercedes of Alamar for P11 now. Intense battle here in the midfield. Whoa. Pretty much near the back of the field, shall I say. Easton's on the back of this battle here between Adamar and Kid Cudi. Oh no! I take a drink, there's something happening, and that was Kid Cudi trying to send it down the inside of Adamar there. I couldn't get past him, made contact, loses the rear end sliding, goes into Easton. Now Easton's got front wing damage on that, missing the front left end plate. Oh dear. Going back to worse now for our reigning champion here at round 4. Stay out. The RS has now been enabled. Pitchermunch has got Mitchie's is 1.1 seconds ahead of Mr. Pitchermunch in P2 there. Aldaf is trying to close the gap to Pitchermunch, but at the moment the gap between there is 1.1. Roy Marshall's right on the back of Nat Dog here. He has a little look, but of course not close enough, and he'll be crazy idea to go for a move there. DRS around this time, opens to DRS. That dog goes and lets the Alfa Romeo through. Aldaf's actually closed to get to Mr. Petromunch and gets in the DRS zone. And Mitzi starts to pull away. See Adamar on the back of. There was like contact there between Adamar and Michael. I don't know, I think it's looking fine for me at the moment. Wow, speed! Yeah. This straight line speed we're seeing here. Ridiculous. We see Joey Marshall still is on the back of Atomic Resina now for P6. See Michael on the back of Unity Harsh for P10. Oh, that was Adamar! And Adamar's out of the race! And that is a safety car. Well, that gives Easton a chance now to pick the front wing for goes into pits and picks for fresh tyres and a new front wing. But oh, that was a big hit for the Mercedes driver. See, Mitzi's into the pits, so is Mr. Petromunch. Aldaf into the pits, everybody on the soft tyres should be coming in, so it will be Lando taking the lead. Corey Marshall actually takes the lead of the Grand Prix. We're going to see the AlphaTauris double stacking. You see Easton's just going down to give it enough time to work. It looks like it has worked for him. Ish. So Petromunch, Mitzi comes out in 4th place on the fresh set of hards, so that's a good stop there for Red Bull. Just comes out behind his teammate Unity Hush. Mr. Petromunch is in P8. He's got a bit of traffic between him and Mitzi. You got Atomic Resina. Looks like Aldaf lost position. Of course, Aldaf. Oh, Michael! Michael! He's gone and done it! Michael! Does a George Russell! Ah, oh, Michael's only gone and pulled a George Russell. That's heartbreaking. Oh, Michael. Pulls a George Russell. Crashing under the safety car. Now the last time I saw that happen was last season in F3 in the wet weather conditions in at this track as well. Last season, Netherlands, round 4 of course in F3. I can't remember who it was. It was somebody in the Ferrari that crashed out under the safety car as well. Ugh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. But under safety car conditions, it is Corey Marshall leading the pack. Ahead of O'Hardy in 2nd with Unity Hush in 3rd place. Mitzi in 4th place after pitting for those fresh hard tyres. As we see now the sun's starting to try to come out. After it decides to stop playing peekaboo behind the clouds. P5 is Kid Cudi in the racing points with IGN Legends in P6 for Renault. P7 is No Shoals for the Scuderia team with Mr. Petromunch in P8. Atomic Resina in P9 for the Renault with P10 of Natdog for Ferrari. In P11 is Aldaf for Williams in P11 with his teammate right behind him, RSF1 Lando in P12. Joe Bilke in P13 for Haas with RSF1 Mansell in P14. for Mercedes. Safety cars in this lap, so we're about to go racing again. After making another pit stop for front wing changes, Easton is in P15 with CSR and Maitland in P16. As we see, the sun starts to come out to blaze. Wow, Graham Marshall really backing up the pack. Got a little gap there between Tomic, and we're about to get ready. Graham Marshall's just setting the pace. He'll start to go and release that Ferrari power. Now he's got to go for it. Now let's see, he's got a good restart. Looks like Mitty's got a good restart there as he gets past his teammate as he goes towards turn 1. We see Kid Cudi as well joining in, and it's going side by side with Unity Hudson. Now Kid Cudi is ahead of Unity Hudson. We've got yellow flags there. That is Joe Bilkey into the pits. We've got a Ferrari sideways at turn 1. That is Mr. No Souls. Looking back at it again now. We've got Lando being hunted by Mansell and Easton right behind. Which we see Mitzi ahead of Cuddy still and trying to close the gap. Now it's close gap to O'Hardy. Everyone does not disappoint. They are showing some action here tonight. As a second safety car as well. Just to give you an F1. So, look at Kid Cudi on those mediums. Sean is now getting closer and closer to the back of Mitty, but you also see Mitty right on the back of O'Hardy. You see Easton closing the gap. He's right behind Mansell for B12. Very wide line there at turn 4. Nice exit though. See the other drivers trying to find a way past the Mercedes. I'll find a way past. Yeah, oh, Legends! That was Bill Cross. But managed to keep it all together. Mitty is getting closer. These three are having a hell of a battle now. They have a hell of a battle, so I say. Oh. Now DRS has been enabled. Mitty gets closer and closer to the back of the racing point, so might have a chance at the next down the DRS straight. He stays close to the back of this racing point. Viewers at the moment as we're going around lap 12 here. Thank you all for tuning in. This hell of a race we're having. Now, it's a bit much. Looks like he's got past Christina. What was that between Aldaf and Christina? I actually don't know what happened there. Oh, we got Maitland and No Shoals having a battle, and it looks like No Shoals is out ahead. But here comes Mitzi for second place. Over to DRS, go side by side. No need to use the DRS and use the overtake button because he was alongside him before he opens that DRS and passed. IGN Legends now ahead of Unity Hush as we go out through turn 1. And that is Legends up into P5. See Alda on the back of Mr. Benzina for P number 8. moment. It's all close at the moment, but no signs of anything gonna happen. It's pretty much actually close to the back of Unity Harsh, but it's just not close enough to have a little go. Nadog's getting closer and closer to the back of Aldav. Lando's on the back of Natdog. So here comes Lando. As he closes the gap, but also here comes Natdog on the back of Aldav. He tries to have a little look, but ends up not trying to go for the move there. Pretty much it's now on the back of Unity Hush. I have a bit of block up there. Easton also is just close behind there, so he does. Just watching on by to see what happens. As we see Mr. Pitchmarch, if he just gets a good exit here, he could find a way past the Red Bull, but the Red Bull does got DRS from the Renault ahead of him. Back off Mansell. Mansell picks up a 3-second time delay for multiple warnings. But Pigeonmanchi can't find a way past. What about Aldaf? Aldaf can't find a way past. And actually, Mr. Pigeonmanchi has got past the Unity Hush. And so has that. Something's happened to Aldaf. He's losing positions here. Yes, lost. 4 or 5 positions there. So it looks like he lost the rear end slightly there. The exit at turn 1. And now he's behind Easton. Whew, need a little drink. Now Easton's running close to the back of Mansell, but doesn't. Not close enough to find a way past, but as you can see here, look how close to the back of Mansell he gets. Along this DRS train. Right, here comes Easton. Closes the gap, but he's not going to be close enough to have a little gander on the Mercedes just yet. Doesn't release that full Honda power. See the 2 racing points are running close behind each other. O'Hardy and Cuddy. Legends is actually starting to join in, he's just behind them. Easton is getting closer and closer to the back of Mansell, but still can't find a way past yet. Lazada stays within the DRS range of Easton as well. This is some train we're having here from pretty much from Unity Harsh down to Aldaf, all in the DRS range of each other. As we actually seen challenge here between the 2 teammates of the racing points. I don't know what happened there, but it looks like Cuddy's got out of shape and almost loses the position to IGN Legends. Now look how close to the back of Legends is to Kid Cuddy. Saucy. This is now Oh, it's Aldaf has got past RSF1 Eastern. And Eastern's fighting back. And he gets back ahead of Aldaf. So I was saying, there's actually a DRS train from O'Hardy down to Aldaf, as we see Johnny's now gets past his teammate. The Legends getting close to the bow of this. Hello, XBT Jonathan. Welcome to the stream. He was pretty much running close behind these as well. And the gap's actually kind of open there between Pigeon Munch and Unity Harsh. The gap is 1.4 now. It was a DRS train for P3 down to P13, but it's now got a bit of a gap now. Unity Harsh is still cruising there in P7 with those 17 lap old hard tyres as well as so hardy. Right, Marshall's got a 4.3, 4.2 gap between him and Mitzi for the lead. And Marshall is doing quite well there, managing his tyres and opening the gap. As he actually sets the fastest lap. Right, Mitzi instantly responds, but here goes IGN Legends now down the inside at turn 1. On O'Hardy's trying to find a way back to the outside, but unfortunately can't find a way back past, so IGN Legends is now into P4. I think I'll never say this, but at the moment it could be looking like, if it stays as it is, if it keeps going like this until nobody else has to pit again, I think there's going to be a one happy TP to get his team in the podium if it keeps going like this. As long as he stays behind this racing point, nothing else majorly happens, he'll definitely be happy. See, Nat Dog is under threat of Lando. They're roughly in the same gap between each other. So here comes Nat Dog on the back, being under threat by RSF1 Lando as we head towards turn 1. Look at this. Look at this. Unity Harsh is doing as much as he can now. He's on 19 laps now on those hard tyres. So we've got Joe Bilkey on the back of No Shoals, and Joe Bilkey will take 14th off No Shoals. Back onto this train of cars we're having here now between Unity Harsh down to... Oh, hello. That was a car off the track. That was it? No. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I'm probably seeing things. But there's a big car train here. We've seen Nat Dog challenging Brazina for P8. At the same time, we've got Mansell challenging Lando for P10. Looks like there was slight contact there between Easton and Mansell. Easton gets away with front wing damage. It's now Easton is trying to find a way past Mercedes. They can't find a way as we see Zeno trying to find a way past that Red Bull, but he can't. And Mr. Pigeon Munch has lost the position to Hardy by the looks of things. On lap 21 out of 36 here for this Dutch Grand Prix, and things are starting to spice things up now at this the backfield here from Unity Harsh in P7 down towards P13 off Aldaf. Oh, this is a hell of a car train we have in here. As we see Easton getting close to the back of... Oh, hello. Easton on the back of Mansell. A lovely helicopter view here. clouds of debris breaking up because Nat Dog is right on the back of the... And Corey Marshall's into the pits. Cuddy's actually lost the position to Legends. Hello. Oh, I love the helicopter view again, I love it. And now it's... See, where's Corey Marshall going to rejoin? Corey Marshall comes out behind Pigeon Munch. And trying to find a way past the AlphaTauri driver for P5. Go on, what's going to happen? Don't know where to see, we've got an action everywhere. See that dog on the back of... Seeing everybody on the back of everybody here. And here comes, and that is CSR Maitland being lapped by the field. See Corey Marshall right on the back here of Pigeon Munch, and Mansell and Easton are going at it. Mansell stays ahead of Easton so far, and look at this, that looks like side by side through the banking from Pigeon Munch and Marshall, and it looks like Pigeon Munch stays out ahead of Corey Marshall, but Marshall's trying to find a way through the outside of turn 1, but still can't find a way past. We see Aldaf is now overtaking Easton for P12. See Aldaf right on the back of the Mercedes for P11 here. Lando picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We see Corey Marshall and Mr. Pigeon Munch going at it again. Marshall is struggling to find a way past this AlphaTauri at the moment. 22 laps now, O'Hardy has been on those hard tyres. He eventually will have to come in soon. Okay, he is in. It lets Pigeon Munch through, but Pigeon Munch is under threat still of Corey Marshall close behind him. More battling's happening here at the back. At the moment we see Corey Marshall still trying to find a way past this AlphaTauri and Mr. Pigeon Munch for P4. Will he find a way? Late braking, it's side by side. Mr. Pigeon Munch still stays ahead at the moment. On Alfa Romeo. As you can see, Kim Cuddy's into the pits. They're going side by side as we go towards turn 1. And it looks like Corey Marshall is finally gone past the AlphaTauri for P3. Unity Hush is still going with these 24-lap-old hard tyres. They are tyres. Oh, wow, that was going to be a big crash that was going to potentially happen. Thank God that was happening. It's Unity Harsh and Legends and also No Shoals are the only drivers that's gone long on these hard tyres at the moment. 24, 23 and 22 laps. There's a big lock up there from Unity Harsh. Those tyres must be screaming for it, screaming at him now. But he's running in P5. He's still yet to make his pit stop, so he's probably going to go for the softs to the end. Oh, Aldaf picks up a 3-second time penalty from multiple warnings. Legends keeps going. What about Unity Harsh? Corey Marshall sets the fastest lap. Unity Harsh stays out. Here comes Snapdog on the back of Tom Brezina. Tom Brezina's trying to find a way past Unity Harsh now. Let's go inside to turn 1. He still can't find a way past. Oh, what a battling we're having. And Easton nearly drops it. And moves out of the points position. Yes, meanwhile, Missy is in a class of his own at different time zone at the moment. Of course, Corey Marshall did pitted. That gave Missy back the lead. See, Aldaf, and Aldaf looks like he lost momentum as he's trying to find a way past Mr. Mansell. It's now being under threat by Mr. Sink Easton. Boy oh boy, what's happening here? As Lucy Harsh finally decides to pit after spending 25 laps, 26 laps on those tyres, he comes in, puts on a set of fresh soft tyres and goes for it. Snapdog and Tom Brezina are running 5th and 6th in the Renault and the Friars. They're running close together. Near the closing stages, it looks like Tom Brezina had a little moment there. We see Lando trying to find a way past the Ferrari. Still can't find a way through yet. Corey Marshall is now 1.5 behind Mr. IGN Legends for P2. And looks like to keep going. Legends is going to risk it at the moment. Look to the gap to leader at the moment. If Missy pits, he'll come out, I would say, just behind Sink Easton. I don't think he will. Legends will definitely come out behind Sink Easton. Probably close to, say, between Cuddy and O'Hardy, or just behind them. I don't know. Moment. Yeah. That one. There we go. Yay. See Mansell on the back of Lando for P7 now. Beauty Harsh picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Missy starts lap 29 out of 30, this 36 lap Grand Prix. As I'm still here, assuming this, my dinner's getting cold. Nat Dog trying to find a way past Tom Brezina as he going for the inside at turn 1. Guys, they're still side by side as they go through turn 3 towards turn 4. And Brezina still stays out ahead of the Ferrari. As we see Corey Marshall is right on the back of IGN Legends. For P2, 27 laps now. He has been on these tyres. Just look at these tyres. Jesus. Looks like Aldaf and Mansell. Aldaf managed to find a way past Mansell as Corey Marshall now takes second place off IGN Legends. Here comes Easton on the back of Mansell. Gonna have the ERS to find Tommy Brazina and Natdog at it again, and it looks like Natdog finally finds a way past the Renault. Moves up into the 5th place position. Still surprised how these tyres have not gone yet for IGN Legends. He's doing very well though to keep him going. 29 laps now on those hard tyres. He is really going to go for it. The Eastern right on the back of Manchester, but man, Eastern has not got the ERS to fight. Ooh, that looks like front wing. And that is front wing. That is Lando's front wing. And that has gone flying. See something happen here. It looks like Hardy's lost positions to Eastern. And now Eastern almost drops it in the same spot again. As Lando loses position, he's got a huge amount of front wing damage. That's Lando now. Got it on those soft tyres on the back of Mansell now. Zero Hardy is actually coming into the fray of this battle as well. He's right behind them. Lap 32, 36. And Legends is still going. 30 laps on those hard tyres. He's been on now. This is some pure determination from Mr. Lando, Legend, IGN Legends, to keep going on these hard tyres. 30 laps. They will be absolutely screaming right now at him, but he's doing his best here to keep them going. As now Mr. Pigeonmunch is getting close. Cuddy. Oh, there's contact between O'Hardy and Mansell. As we see Aldaf getting past Tommy Grazina. There was contact between Cuddy and Mansell, which then caused into a collision between O'Hardy and Mansell. Now Mansell moves down to 10th, and the two racing points in running in 8th and 9th, and Sink Eastern moves into 10th after Mansell now pits for a new front wing. That will put Unity Hush into 11th place. Pilkey, of course, on the fresh sets of soft tyres, sets the fastest lap with a 1:10.3. Gap between Pigeon and Legends is 2.1, so ever so slightly Pigeon is catching that Renault. Of course, those tyres on those Renaults are absolutely screaming. It looks like the front left are taking the heaviest. Almost looks like he was about to get a punch on that rear left there. It's gonna keep going. 32 laps on those tyres now. See Kid Cudi on Tommy Grazina, and Kid Cudi has moved into P7 ahead We've got yellow flags. And that's Legends. And I did say that front with that rear left tyre looks like it was going for rest to wear, and it was. And that is a puncture for IGN Legends, a rear left puncture. Oh, that was Unity. I just had to avoid him. I did say it was a matter of time that was going to happen. I give him credit for he was really determined with those tyres to go to the end. But oh, that was asking way too much for those tyres. Oh boy. What was going to be a happy day for Shane and for Team Renault, it's now going to be a day of heartache for the Renault team in Division 1. As Tom Cusina now moves into P8. Moves down to P8 after Kid Cudi gets past him before turn 1. As we can see as well, Mitzi is just coming around to start the final sector. There is IGN Legends about to be lapped by Mitzi. Oh, such heartache for the Renault driver. So Mitzi, as we're on board with him now, he goes around the final corner to start the final lap of this Grand Prix. What a drive he's having at the moment. As we can see, Joe Pilkey picks up a 3-second time penalty from multiple warnings. Oh, I actually should have done the penalties. My bad, I forgot about that. So there goes the penalty situations there, guys. Adam has got a 3-second time penalty. Unity Harsh has picked up an extra 3-second time penalty. That moves him up into 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Joe Pilkey with 3 seconds, RSF1 Mansell with 3 seconds, and Mr. RSF1 Landor with 3 seconds as well. See, Aldaf is trying to find a way past for Nat Dog. But can't find a way soon. We've got Sink Easton and John Brazino battling it out. Unity House picks up another 3-second time penalty. But we go on board with Mitzi. He has been dominating this race. He's dominated qualifying. He has now dominated this race. And Mitzi will cross the line and wins here at Stanford. And Corey Marshall from what was a start from hell pretty much puts him in the back of the field and worked his way up and will finish in P2. Oh, it looks like it's going to be close, but it's going to be Nat Dog. Don't know what happened there, but Nat Dog snatches P3 from Mr. Pigeon Munch. I do not know what happened there. Ah, it was a front left tyre. Mr. Pigeon Munch was set to get P3 in his race, suffers a front left tyre and finishes in P4. Kick on in P5 with the Hardy P6. Easton as well with a very bad race there. Went from finishes in P7, Aldaf in P8, John Brazina P9, and Joe Pilkey rounds up the top 10 and getting the extra point with the fastest lap. So there you have it. Mitzi claims the race win here in Division 1 at Stanford with Corey Marshall in second. Nat Dog snatches P3 after Mr. Pigeon Munch's puncture. will set some in P4, Kid Cudi in P5 with O'Hardy in P6. I think Easton will finish in P7 with Aldaf in P8, Tommy Brazina in P9, Joe Pilkey in P10, Mansell in P11 with Unity Harsh in P12, Mansell P13 with RSF1 Lando in P14. IGN Legends, after what was looking to be a good podium could have been for the Renault team, suffers a puncture and puts him in P15. CSR Maitland in P16. Non-finishers are RF1S Michael and Adam R 2396. Right, we've got the top 3 here. Please make sure you guys do have the audio thing as well. Let's make sure you guys got your audio included, shall I say. Right. Are we all there?
Yeah.
Yep. Sweet. Is all your audios included, or?
Yeah. Yep.
That's sweet. Right, so we will start things off. I'm on my own, so I had to do all 3 here. So, yay, fun. So we will start things off with Mr. Natdog. Finishes in P3 for Ferrari. Oh, what a race! I bet you was not expecting to be in the podium here tonight, but qualifying was, I'll probably say, so I can't remember where you qualified, and the race was going up and down. Looks like there was quite a few collisions between quite a few drivers at the first corner there, but you managed to get away through it and stuff like that, and managed to end up in P3 with unfortunately getting the pigeon munch getting the podium. So puncture, I mean. So you must be buzzing to get a podium.
Yeah, I can't believe it. First podium in RSF1, starting 11th as well. It's brilliant. So cool.
Yes, definitely. It was so cool. And just please tell us how the race went for you, though.
I mean, must have been like 15 laps or so. I was just stuck in a train with Unity Hush in front of me and one of the Renaults, and the Renault just couldn't get past him, and finally Hush pitted, and then I got straight past the Renault, and yeah, that was it. I managed to keep, I think Lando spun it off or something in sector 1, and then I managed to keep the other Williams behind. Oh, it's crazy. Did not expect to be on the podium today.
Yeah, definitely. And well, I'm going to ask you this. Next week we go to the Spanish Grand Prix at the Circuit de Catalunya. Any thoughts of what's going to happen? Any thoughts on that track?
I prefer that track to this one, so hopefully that's a good sign. But I'm looking forward to it now. Glad to get the first one out of the way. Hope we do get some more now with the rest of the season.
It's definitely, and well done on getting your first podium of the season here in Division 1, I would say, in RSF1 here, and well, what a drive, I would say.
Thank you.
No problem. Right, Corey Marshall, back to you. Oh,
Hello.
Wow. Hello, what has happened? I can't believe it. At the moment it looked like it was all doom and gloom after that first lap collision. At the start it could have been doom and gloom, but you managed to keep your head down, focus, and just keep on going. You was leading the race until you pitted, and just running close behind everybody else, and managed to, I'll say, well, have a hell of a drive there to still end up in the podium. So give us your thoughts.
Yeah, well, first GG Midgie did a nice solid race as normal. Yeah, my quality wasn't great. I knew I had a 0.1 or an 8 flat as well. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that I didn't challenge him very well. But yeah, lap 1 was a bit unfortunate. I got hit in the back. I decided I'd brake a little bit earlier than maybe what you do on a lap. It wasn't too early that was going to cause incidents, but I didn't. Easton broke a little bit later, went on the outside of me, and it's got hit up the inside and got stuck in the pit lane. I was lucky I didn't get damage, but yeah, I just decided that I'd go do a 2-stopper, and that safety car allowed me to go into the lead, and it's really burnt all my ERS and fuel, really just trying to get ahead of that pack, that mid-train pack, and luckily, yeah, I got through it, and I only had really Pigeon really to pass really legitimately on track at the time. So, because I knew that Legends was probably going to get a puncture or pit probably, and if he didn't, my tyres would have been so much fresher. So yeah, it was a good recovery drive, but I suppose a little bit frustrating because I thought my race pace was good enough that I could have at least challenged for the win. But yeah, still GG to me mid-safe for another win.
Yeah, definitely was a hell of a drive there to come back from that collision to finish in P2. And next week, well, we go to Spain, so give any thoughts of that track for you? You like it, you don't like it?
Hope it rains, that's all I'm going to say.
You hope it rains?
Yeah, both quality and race, that'll do me.
Well, we're waiting to find out for you then for next week. But well done on getting P2 then. Yeah, good. But yeah, congratulations on getting second place.
Cheers.
Right, as we head to our race winner in the Red Bull, Mr. Midseaw. Wow, what a qualifying lap, a 1:08.1. Was you really happy with that lap, or do you think you could have gone any quicker, possibly closer into the 1:07s? So we're looking close to it.
But it would have been pretty ridiculous to go in the 107s. I know I had 3 runs in Q3, so I mean no one really ever sets what they set in practice. So I was just trying to improve on each lap. I wasn't even up on my time until the last sector, and I improved by just under a 10.5. So I mean, yeah, I was still really happy with that.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. And well, and on the race, well, I say it must be a very boring race. I mean, you just had that race from start to finish. You were just filling the gaps from everyone. Not much people could have really challenged you. You were just having your own race there, and well, you must be happy to get the win.
Oh yeah, of course I'm happy to win, but I mean Corey and most of the front runners all got ruined on the first lap, so it wasn't really. I don't have the word for it, but yeah, I mean obviously it would have been nice if that didn't happen, because it probably would have been close to being Corey, because Corey usually has good pace, usually goes for the strategy that I never think to go for. Yeah, I mean obviously I knew Corey would definitely get like P2s when that second safety car came out. Obviously that's good for him, made up for getting shafted. But yeah, obviously I just had to manage the hards. There was just under 25% at the end, so that was what I needed to do really, and not making mistakes. So yeah, obviously enjoyed it, happy to win. It's just unfortunate at that start, but to Corey of course.
Cheers.
Yes, definitely. And well, Spain. Any thoughts with that track?
Yeah, I mean I never used to like it, but I quite enjoy it now. So it's yeah, I mean just be fun as always. See what happens.
See what happens, and well, thank you everyone for tuning in to the race, and well, being here with me, as I had to take through this on my own after we had problems there. But congratulations to the top 3 of Nat Dog, Corey Marshall and Midseaw. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock it will be spooky in the commentary box, hopefully with Sync Saiju. If we haven't got any problems, hopefully Spooky doesn't have to go through it on his own like I did, and like Reppin' One Shot did as well on Monday, and what I just did today. Hopefully it'll be fixed for tomorrow. But thank you. So yeah, it should be Spooky and Sync Saiju tomorrow, so tune in at Thursday 8 o'clock for that. You'll get to see me back in the commentary box next week for Spain at the same time, Wednesdays 8 o'clock, so stay tuned to that. But for me and the top 3, stay safe, and thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.